12 News at 10 starts now.
And we start off with breaking news. Tempe police tonight investigating a shooting at an apartment complex near Washington Street and Priest Drive. Officers sharing details first about the shooting on social media about an hour ago. Right now, police are giving very little detail and very little information about the shooting or whether or not they're looking for a suspect or suspects at this time. But we do have a 12 News crew in the area, and we'll bring you the latest information on that developing story on 12news.com and, of course, first thing tomorrow on Today in AZ. Also breaking within the last hour and a half, police in Peoria sharing this photo of 13-year-old Juan Ramon Garcia. Take a look there. Detectives telling us he's been missing since 1 o'clock this afternoon when he left his home near Grand Avenue and Peoria Avenues. Police are asking anyone who might have seen him to call them immediately. Thanks so much for joining us tonight on 12 News at 10 o'clock. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. I'm Rachel Cole. And tonight, a dog is looking for a new home after taking a wrong turn down a Valley freeway. 12 News journalist Gabriella Becerra joining us live in studio tonight with how Valley drivers work to save the animal. Hey, Gabby.
Well, Rachel, that dog is okay, and that's all thanks to the drivers who stopped traffic. The dog was wearing a collar, but with no tag, so no one knows where he came from or how he ended up on State Route 51.
The twists and turns of Arizona's busiest freeway interchange is about the last place you'd expect to find a dog.
Everyone just zooms by, and that's kind of the last thing you're thinking about.
But the transition from Interstate 10 to State Route 51 is exactly where this dog ended up earlier this week.
Absolutely no way is this little guy just going to be running and gonna get hit. Like, I just could not accept that.
Lucky for him,
I just start sprinting down the highway.
Grace Gompers didn't just drive by.
He looks back at me and then he just goes faster.
With traffic at a standstill,
everyone stopped their cars. Literally, it was like a whole ordeal.
Grace eventually did catch up to the dog, but he bit her hand.
He just had pure fear in his eyes, and I don't blame him for biting me. He just was in fight or flight. And so at that point, he crawled under the car. And then someone behind us actually ran out and was like, I have gloves, I can grab him.
Once the dog was safe in her car, his demeanor did a 180.
This dog was like resting his head on my leg. He gave me kisses. He was just so grateful. And I was starting to form such an attachment. I was like, this is love.
As much as she wishes she could, Grace says she can adopt the dog she now calls Skippy.
I am just not in a position where I feel like I can give him the best home.
She brought him to the Maricopa County Animal Shelter where they unsuccessfully scanned him for a microchip. She's hoping someone who can give the dog a good home will take him in.
It was crazy to see an animal in such distress. I kind of had the same adrenaline, like running on the highway. Genuinely, I had that feeling too. So I can't even imagine like him not really knowing like where he is and what's going on.
Grace tells me the bite on her hand wasn't that bad, but because of it, the dog is still quarantining at the Maricopa County Animal Shelter. Back to you, Rachel.
Gabby, thank you. Well, good moves for her. We hope he finds a forever home. Tonight, Valley viewers, of course, enjoying our fall temperatures. Avid shoppers getting ready for Black Friday in search of some of those bargains, so that they need to layer up if they're heading out late tonight. Crystal.
Oh, yes, it's all about the layers. Tomorrow for our Black Friday shopping, especially if you're starting early and you're going to go all day. Shop till you drop, right? You'll be ditching those layers in the afternoon as we warm up above average. But when you're heading out at sunrise, that's when temperatures are their coldest. And by the way, the early bird doesn't just get the bargain. You also get an awesome sunrise expected as clouds are pushing in tonight. Sun up at 7:13. Be ready with your cameras and your wallets, because that's where you're going to be dropping some change here. Heading out for those doorbusters. See what I tell you, 54 in the morning, but 77 for our maximum in the afternoon. And taking you hour by hour to show you all the bargains we've got with our weather tomorrow. You can see how it's a very cloudy affair. We start off in the 50s. We're mid-60s just before lunchtime, and then right around lunch, we're cracking into those 70s. If maybe tomorrow's the day to go cut down the Christmas tree, you're going to get the green tree for that. In fact, all weekend long, whatever you have planned, it is going to be perfect to be outdoors. And a quick tour across Arizona on your Black Friday. We got the pair of lucky 7s in Phoenix. What a deal. 60 in Sedona and 50 in Flagstaff.
And don't forget the saw if you're cutting down your own Christmas tree this year. Crystal, thank you. Today, the Salvation Army continued its tradition of serving meals for our neighbors across the valley. So special this year. They prepped around 5,500 meals and 2,000 pounds of turkey. But what most people got was certainly more than a warm meal. 12 News today at that event, talking to the volunteers and to those who enjoyed the meal, consisting of Thanksgiving staples like turkey, ham, mashed potatoes, and of course, pumpkin pie with extra whipped cream. Many said they were feeling blessed and certainly happy to celebrate this Thanksgiving, along with simply being able to forget about some of the challenges they're facing, if only for a moment.
It's sort of like joy because normally, like in my family, we don't really celebrate Thanksgiving since like lately there's like money problems and all that.
Loving the feel here, the love, the spirit is awesome. We live in our car. We're blessed to have that. We're still human, even though we're homeless, but we still have a good spirit to have a good attitude.
Nearly 800 volunteers on hand there today, prepping the meals and making everyone feel right at home. And hundreds of people were also served today at St. Vincent de Paul. 12 News photojournalist Patrick Godfrey caught some sights and sounds of today's celebration. Take a look.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Today's the Champions for the Homeless. Loving it. Love all the people. What we're really here today is helping the community, our neighbors that are experiencing homelessness or that are hungry.
I'm happy to be here on this Thanksgiving Day to help many people that just need to have a good meal and have some good cheer.
I think what's really special is that there are volunteers that are here that are making that happen. Look at this. Look how beautiful this is. Happy Thanksgiving, Arizona.
You want a hug? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
There's so much we do agree on, which is, a spiritual love, an unconditional love. And what St. Vincent de Paul's taught me is there's no difference between the giver and the receiver.
It's not uncommon for people to feel shame or guilt for their circumstances.
Let everyone we meet that's coming through that are our brothers and sisters in the homeless community know we see them, they're our family, we are their family.
This is a place that's unity. This place brings people together. It helps people see the person, the human dignity, and it's both the people that we're serving and the people that are serving.
I think it's very generous and heartwarming. Not a lot of people can experience what certain people can experience.
Just allow the community to kind of lift you. And you're lifting the community, but you're going to find that they're lifting you too. And you'll just be inspired.
Would you like a hug? You were waiting, I know, right?
And this Thanksgiving Day, we are keeping you in the loop about all things happening in the West Valley. The Avondale Police Department making sure people have something to be thankful for this Thanksgiving. 12 News journalist Jade Cunningham explaining how officers gave a helping hand to hundreds.
If you see around the room,
on the Tuesday before Thanksgiving,
whatever driver number you are,
Avondale police officers were busy being briefed for an important mission.
Thank you all for volunteering your time to come out.
With a very important purpose.
All right, I gotta go load turkeys.
It was the annual turkey drive, a day officers come together and deliver Thanksgiving meals to families who need a helping hand.
So there's your 3 small. It's the model of my parents growing up. I watched them give and give and give. So that's why I do what I do.
That's Sergeant Morgan Ayers, the creator of the event.
We genuinely care, and if you're down, we'll help.
Now in its 11th year, he's watched it grow from first feeding 15 families to now more than 200.
This year, being the 11th, we're at 200 turkeys that my family purchased and over $4,200 that the police department raised to provide meals for everybody.
And to provide a side of joy on a day that should be stuffed with it.
There's your other hen.
I think we pride ourselves in community policing, and to be part of our community is really important to everybody that works here.
After grabbing their assigned allotment,
cornbread, stuffing, crispy onions, potatoes, gravy.
Officers loaded up and headed out. Eager to make deliveries. It's Cindy Buenos' favorite part.
Taking those moments and making that impression on them, to letting them know that, hey, we're here for you, we support you, we help you.
Hello. Happy Thanksgiving. We have your meal for you.
It means a lot. There's a lot of blessings out there, miracles, anything can happen.
For families, the generosity cooks up smiles.
All right, so this just came out of the freezer this morning.
Especially for the families that can afford Thanksgiving. So, of course, to me and my kids, my family, it means so much.
And as they feel grateful,
big blessing.
I'm just happy that I'm able to share the blessing with other people.
Officers are also served happiness, saying they're thankful for each other and the community they serve. Jay Cunningham, 12 News.
What a great initiative, Jade. Thank you. And it's a Thanksgiving story that got started right here in the Valley nearly a decade ago and certainly keeps on giving. A young man mistakenly received a text back in 2016 getting invited to a Thanksgiving dinner, and the rest is really history. Jamal Hinton replied, telling Wanda Dench he wasn't her grandson, but could he still come to dinner? Wanda said, of course he could, and the tradition was born right then and there. The story of the two strangers instantly became national headlines, the two keeping up with tradition against all odds for the last 8 years. However, this year, a bit different. Wanda was diagnosed with cancer earlier this year, so the streak has been broken, so to speak, but Wanda still counting her blessings today.
We feel like if we had never met, there would have been something missing in our life, but we would have never known what that was.
And both Jamal and Wanda still thankful to have each other in their lives. This year's reunion only delayed. Wanda telling us that back in mid-October, she got chemotherapy after doctors removed a tumor from one of her breasts. And so we certainly wish her well on her continued recovery, and both families a very happy Thanksgiving from the 12 News family. And the Thanksgiving holiday is a time to get together and be with family, and a pair of fraternal twins here in the Valley are sharing their unique relationship over the last 85 years. As 12 News journalist Sean Rice tells us, the inseparable pair has a way of giving twinning a double meaning.
Anybody that came to visit the twins had a dance.
At 85 years young, Sandra Power and Sharon Kingsley.
We love music, we play duets, and that's what we do together.
And we like to shop.
Are so alike.
And we finish each other's sentences.
These twins were born just 30 minutes apart in Iowa back in 1939. They've been close their whole lives, but that closeness has taken on a whole new meaning in the last half decade.
Her husband passed away about 3 years, and mine is 6 years.
And we got together, and we've been together ever since.
The loneliness that can come with losing a longtime partner was short-lived for the pair. Since then, they've spent 2 weeks together at a time at Sandra's place in Sun City West or Sharon's in Gilbert. And if you see them out and about, you might just be seeing double.
We go to different stores and we look. If we can't buy two, we don't buy.
They take twinning to a whole new level. On this Thanksgiving, the pair sporting matching Lilo and Stitch sweaters.
She can't tell us apart.
Making it tough for their feline friend to see Sandra from Sharon. And these twins are so in sync. Their hands on a piano move together to the rhythm of music. On a day where time with family is the reason to be thankful, these twins are showing us what the holiday is all about.
I am so happy with my family. They are taking care of me, her family's taking care of her, and we're taking care of each other.
In Gilbert, Sean Rice, 12 News.
I just think twins are so fascinating. What a cool story. Thank you, Sean.